Did you know that there is a diet that is supposed to protect the earth as well as our own health at the same time? No? Then keep on watching because we find out about that today. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Hannah. Welcome back to Bowls and Plants. Hope everyone of you is doing super great today. Today's video is going to be about the planetary health diet and whether or not this is the diet we all should follow. And I will also link my resources down below in case you want to dive deeper into this, and I also link down below a couple other things that might be of interest related to this topic. In case you find this interesting and want to dive deeper into this, check out the description box for further information on that topic. I hope you guys will find this video interesting, so without any further ado, let's just hop right in. I first stumbled across the planetary health diet a couple years back when I saw a German news report on YouTube, and they were talking about that diet and kind of showed how that diet is supposed to work. Back when they reported about that, the diet was still very new. It has been in my mind ever since, and I find this very interesting, so I thought I might as well share with you because I feel like not a lot of people have heard about it. So let's dive in. At first, answer the question, what is the planetary health diet? So the planetary health diet is a diet created in 2019 by the Eat Lancet or Eat Lancet Commission. I have no idea how I really pronounce it. And it's a type of diet that is designed to be flexible to accommodate local and individual situations, traditions, and dietary preferences. And as mentioned in the beginning, this diet is supposed to protect the Earth's health as well as our own equally. It's kind of a main characteristic. You could say that it's an omnivore diet, but with a more plant-based oriented idea, which means that it's characterized by a variety of plant-based foods, low amounts of animal-based foods, refined grains, added sugars, and unhealthy fats. Refined grains, by the way, is everything that is made out of simple white flour. So most of the pasta, quite a few kinds of bread, pizza dough, you basically name it. Everything that's made out of white flour is made of refined grains. And what also is a thing of a planetary health diet is that the intake of plant-based foods should be doubled, while the intake of animal-based products should be cut in half. And it is also said that the planetary health diet improves and reduces food production and food waste. So it improves food production and reduces food waste. So there is quite a long list of things you should eat, things you shouldn't eat, and how much you should eat of it per day. I'm gonna put a link, not a link, I'm gonna put a list of that right here for you guys to see and check out. Well, reports have shown that it is in fact possible to feed 10 billion people healthily by 2050 without destroying the planet any further when following the planetary health diet. This diet is built to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals as well as the Paris Agreement goals. With this diet also come planetary boundaries. Planetary boundaries are ecological load limits of the Earth. When these boundaries are crossed, the stability of the ecosystem and the livelihoods of humans and animals just goes south. There is the global dietary change, but in order for that to be actually working, there are 5 simple steps that you would have to follow, and that everyone would have to follow in order for it to work properly. And those are the 5 steps. First one is everyone, and especially supermarkets, grocery stores in general, and government, I think first and foremost, and politics, should promote a healthier eating in all aspects of your day-to-day life. That means campaigns, as I said, politics, grocery stores, and as well adjusting the prices. Another thing is that quality and variety in agriculture instead of quantity. We need an intensive agriculture sustainability, meaning we should improve soil quality, sustainable water consumption, and whatnot. And then they also want to have stricter regulations for the use of land and sea, In case you didn't know, 30% of our oceans are already overfished, 60% are exploited, resulting in the fact that by 2048, all of our oceans be completely empty. No fish in there, maybe some algae if you're lucky, but that's not what this is about. It's not about the algae for now. Or another like simple step for this global dietary change is to cut the food waste in half. Well, there is something called health boundaries, and the health boundaries are pretty much similar to the planetary boundaries, with the difference that the health boundary is not related to the ecological load limit of the Earth, but it's basically something that indicates the amount of certain foods you should eat on a healthy diet. It's like 300 grams worth of meat per week, and we're far above that. As you can see in this graphics, or in this graphic chart situation right here, starchy vegetables and beef are well above the limit, and in order to fit into the planetary health diet, their consumption would have to be reduced by 2/3, and this is crazy. I did my research, as already mentioned, as to why starchy vegetables should be reduced by 2/3, and it's because even though starchy vegetables are high in vitamins, minerals, and whatnot, they're also high in carbohydrates that can cause a spike in your blood sugar, and I explained everything that has to do with sugar and blood sugar in my recent nutrition facts video, which was about sugar. So the planetary health diet is a diet that can be very helpful or useful in the long run. Of course, changes in the climate and environment and stuff won't happen from one day to another. It will take a while, but if all of us work on this together, it can actually be a good thing. So one of the things critics mentioned is that following this diet, your daily calorie intake would be at 2,500 calories per day max. Seems like a good calorie intake for some of us maybe, but since not everyone has the same lifestyle and works in the same job or whatsoever, it would be too little for hot workers, but it also would be too much for those sitting most of the time. So for everyone working at an office, at a desk, or anywhere. Also, one thing is that reducing the intake of red meat and starchy vegetables by 50% would also mean drastic changes in one's eating habits, and most people are probably not ready for such a thing. Honestly, I have to say that I agree to what has been stated so far. It makes sense that the calorie intake might not be the best for everyone, and also that not everyone might be ready to drastically change their eating habits. So in the end, and that's always what I go by, always what I stand for, is to each their own. I just want to promote a healthier dieting for everyone who's interested in that, or for everyone who thinks it would be a good thing for their life. I'm not the one to call you out on your eating habits or your behavior. Opting for a healthier, more plant-based diet is always a good idea and a great start for a healthy lifestyle. Plant-based, on the other hand, does not mean that you have to go fully vegan in the beginning. You don't have to go vegan at all, actually. You could just be flexitarian. You could be vegetarian even. Plant-based basically means that, as mentioned in the beginning, your diet contains more plant-based food sources for vitamins, for protein, much more than you get from animal sources. And it's very easy to explain with a thing called the plate method. If you want me to talk about the plate method in an upcoming video to kind of explain how much you should eat of what, make sure to let me know and I'll make a video about this. So with that being said, I hope you guys liked today's video, found this interesting, maybe learned something new. Maybe you've never heard of the planetary health diet before, maybe you did. Make sure to let me know by commenting it down below whether you've ever heard of it before or not. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hope you guys will continue doing great, and we'll stick around until I post next. And until then, see ya.